What's going on YouTube? It's Sean here, and I'm super excited to give you guys my review of the Nike Zoom Kobe 5 Protro in the Chaos colorway. Back in 2009, Kobe Bryant debuted the Zoom Kobe 5 in this Chaos colorway on Christmas Day. They would eventually drop the day after, and throughout 2010, Nike dropped a ton of amazing colorways on this model. So 10 years ago, I was still in university and actually had probably 3 or 4 pairs of the Kobe 5. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to own this Chaos pair, so when Nike announced they were bringing this back in Protro form, there was zero doubt I'd be picking up this pair for my collection. So these guys released on Friday, January 3rd for $180 US or $235 here in Canada. This is a very steep price increase from the originals, which I believe dropped for $130 US. And the official colorway for this shoe is white, cyber, dark gray, and bright crimson. So for the most part, this Protro version is very similar to the OGs. The upper of the shoe is still constructed in that heat bonded shell, and as you look at the toe box, you'll see that this is done in this glossy iridescent purple finish, which have these texture lines throughout that make it almost resemble marble. Throughout the toe box, we have these perforations for ventilation, and then surrounding the front edge, we have this gray overlay for additional durability, and this has a snakeskin finish to it. Next to this, we have this white overlay, which also has that snakeskin finish as well. And then on the quarter panel of the shoe, you'll see there's these flywire strands incorporated in this heat bonded shell, which gives you added structure and stability on the sides of the foot. And then placed on top, we have this very vibrant cyber colored swoosh with a gray outline. On the medial side of the shoe, this is exactly the same, except we have 4 lines of perforation for added ventilation. Moving on towards the back heel of the shoe, so you see we have this gray colored nylon, and at the very top we have this hit of burgundy, and then at the bottom we have this molded heel cup, which helps contain your foot in place, and is complemented with Kobe Bryant's signature in this cyber color, along with a splattering of red paint. As for the tongue, so the bottom half is done in this gray mesh, and it's connected to the body of the shoe, creating this booty-like or sock-like fit. At the very top, we have this Kobe logo as well, which is done in cyber, giving it a nice splash of contrast. Overlaid on top of the tongue, we have the laces, which are done in a combination of maroon and splashes of red, and this remains true to the OGs. So the inner collar of these Kobe 5s is very well padded to ensure that your foot is really locked in and secure. And then as I pull out the insoles, these come with a multicolored insole with the number 24 on the heel. So the upper of these Kobe 5s sits atop this white colored Cushlon midsole. And I forgot to mention that this shoe is nicknamed Chaos because it's inspired by Heath Ledger's Joker character from the Dark Knight movie. Because of this, they've added splashes of red paint on the midsole, which kind of adds to that whole Joker vibe of the shoe. One of the biggest changes on these Protros compared to the OGs is the Zoom Air unit underneath the forefoot is, according to Nike, 100% larger than the OGs. But the word on the street is that there is no more Zoom Air underneath the heel, which the OGs did have. It seems kind of like a Nike thing to do to give us something better, but at the same time take away something as well. If this is true, again, this is not 100% confirmed, but this would be actually very disappointing. Regardless though, continuing on, as I flip this over to the bottom, so here we have your outsole of the Kobe 5. This is for the most part done in this cyber colored rubber. We have this EKG heartbeat traction pattern found throughout, and it's accented with this red hit on the forefoot and the Kobe logo on the bottom heel. And this is supplemented with this carbon fiber shank plate in the middle, which gives you midfoot rigidity and support. One thing that's crucial to the outsole, which I'm glad they kept, is this very large and exaggerated outrigger on the lateral side, which is really necessary for a low-cut shoe like this. So in terms of sizing, my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I picked these up in a size 10.5. Overall, the Kobe 5 fits snug from a width perspective, so for myself who has a bit of a wider foot, I really had to go up the half size. Even going up a half size, I can still feel a little bit of the pinching around this area right here, so true to size would definitely be too tight for me. If you have narrow or even normal width feet, true to size might be okay for you, because the length of the shoe at true to size was perfectly fine. For comparison's sake, I also go up a half size for the Kobe 4 as well, and I also wear 10.5 in other Nike basketball shoes like the Kyrie 2 and the Kyrie 6, and a lot of my Air Maxes as well. From a comfort standpoint, so I want to let you guys know, I bought these fully for the intention of wearing them casually. So with that said, the step-in comfort on these Kobe 5s is actually very, very nice. Felt very soft straight out of the box. And whether or not this shoe has heel Zoom Air, honestly I couldn't tell. And either way, the heel felt very well cushioned and very soft. So with all that being said, now I'll lace up the Kobe 5 Protro Chaos and show you guys how these look on feet. When it's all said and done, in my humble opinion at least, the Kobe 5 is arguably the greatest Kobe sneaker ever made. Even back in 2009 and 2010, when I wore these were such a game changer because of how lightweight and how low cut this shoe was. And it's great to see even 10 years later, they've stood the test of time and they bring back all those great memories I had years ago. So let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about the Nike Kobe 5 Protro in this Chaos colorway. For those of you guys who copped, were you a fan of the original Kobe 5, or is this your first introduction to the Kobe 5 model, which either case is perfectly fine. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review of the Kobe 5, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.